The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Bond going to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 22. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Mon. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Kamara try the right side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
McCrane able to knock this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once more, Gibson. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 28. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Mond looks to throw on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mond looks to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Gibson. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Antonio Gibson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Taking a shot for Samuel. Touchdown, Saints. Deebo Samuel, 40 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. On the return, Tremont Smith. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Throwing, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw here. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And this is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Fights forward at the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run it with Kamara, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. McCrane on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. One last throw here for Herbert. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Saints, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.